Okay, we're recording. Hey! Oh yeah, I forgot to do this. Hey, back in the shop today, and this is kind of a crucial day. I've built up everything I need to do to get ready to rejoin this to that. Yes. And if I'm not, I think it, oh, no, it doesn't go like that at all. Anyways, yeah, let me show you what I did here. You can see right in here, these are two big old stripes here. These are a special black epoxy that I bought from Amazon. I'll give you a link down below for this. It's pretty good for working in fiberglass. And what this is this is where the formers are mounted in here. And so, yeah, the former's in there, and there's also a former in here now. And these are the wood formers that go into the fuselage. And let me come around the side here. I'll show you up and close. All right, so this is what I ended up doing. Remember I talked to you in the last one about using the flight skin to go on this thing. And really to tell you, I struggled for a long time with this one. I think I spent about 2.5, 3 weeks working on this. What happened is the flight skin, God, I wish I had a piece of it here. I think I do. I think I've got one here somewhere because I was just dinking around with it. Here it is right here. Okay, so this is originally what I was sticking in these collars here to make the flange. And so what I was doing is I was gluing this part to the inside and sticking it on there. But after doing it for a long time, I figured out this stuff here is very hard to adhere to anything. It doesn't stick to itself worth a darn, and it's very smooth, non-porous. And so even if I took and scraped it up with some 80 grit sandpaper, it still would not have enough traction on it to stick to anything. And then so what I ended up doing is I had taken a few of them and put them in here and glued them in. But the minute I glued them in, see this stuff here is very springy. It doesn't like to stay bent. It wants to go straight. And that tension is enough trying to glue it to fiberglass, which is a hard surface to glue to. And put it in there, and I mean I would seal it in there just like this piece is in here, and all of a sudden I'd be watching and it would start going until this all was loose, and pretty soon this just came popping out. So I realized that was not going to work. I tried 5 different glues. I got satisfactory effects from 2 of the glues, probably let's see here, CA worked, medium CA worked pretty good. It still did the same thing. It still let go after a period of time and a certain amount of just, you know, kind of pushing on it just a little bit. Once it would let go at part of the piece of fiberglass here on the inside, it was kind of worthless. It would just start letting go until the whole thing came off. The other thing that worked kind of okay, but just not exactly, was Gorilla Glue. Believe it or not, after that last episode I had with the Rebel and Gorilla Glue actually does stick fairly well to fiberglass, but not this. This was the problem. It would not stick to this surface, but it would stick to the fiberglass okay. So let's see, what else did I try? I tried 500 epoxy. I tried finishing resin. I tried 30-minute epoxy, thinking that having a longer grip was going to give it more time. Did not work. So yeah, that's what I ended up with problems with. So this is something different. This is, I got to reach over across here and grab this so you can see it. This is 1/32 plywood. Very thin sheet of plywood, also very tensile, but not quite as stiff as the flight skin was. So I don't know. Flight skin, I guess, is probably more for surfaces that are not under a serious amount of tension. It's used it's meant to be used to replace sheeting on a wing or something. It seems like a flat surface it does really well. And so they recommend it on the Flight Skin site to use the Gorilla Glue with it for best results. And you think about it, it's Gorilla Glue with a porous surface. Those actually work pretty well. So what I did was I cut 2 of those things out and made that my flange. So this is the 1/32, and it is glued in place here inside the tail boom. And you can see inside here, once I got those in place, I went ahead and stuck the former. This is the support former for the back of the airplane. And that's all glued in there. Took a little bit of fitting to get it in there. And I used that same black epoxy, just like the stuff that's here. You can see it slopped off of the edges of that. It's kind of cool because they give you this. I bought it. It's a 50 milliliter cartridge. And you put a big old mixer, well, I don't even know what to call it. It's just like a big mixer nozzle that goes on here that carefully mixes the glue as it comes to the end of it. And it just happens to be about 3 or 4 inches long, and it makes it easier to reach back into it. I went in through the underside of the plane here and reached up and did the inside of that one, and then I went around the backside and did the other one through the backside. So those formers are now permanent, and this whole fuselage is pretty much built. So now the next step is putting this on, and this I've already test fitted it one time, and this time I will be tonight putting it on here permanently. I'm going to take some of the Gorilla Glue and run it around the inside of that nozzle, as well as maybe a little bead in here. And what's going to happen is you can see how these are kind of canted outward, and they're going to be in the back of that end and pushing up against the side of the fuselage because of the way they are. And then that glue will set, and it'll be permanent from that point on. And hopefully that'll be strong enough for it, but I'm also going to take and wrap a 1 ounce bit of fiberglass around it and put it down with some finishing resin. And then I'm going to put another piece of 3/4 ounce on top of it to make it a nice smoother weave, and put it all together, and that's pretty much going to hold the strength of that joint at that point. And hopefully that's enough, but we'll see how it goes. So anyways, yeah, let me head back over here. So I'll tell you what, I'll go ahead and run you down here so you can see what this will look like. Okay, I'm going to break it loose. And, okay, so you can see right up the back end of the fuselage right there. There's former, I think that's number 7, and then number 6 is just beyond it there. And so I took that nozzle mixing thingy on the glue, the black epoxy that I bought. And so it's nice because you can see exactly where it is. You can see that the joint is very strong. There's no air bubbles in it or anything like that. But yeah, that's what's in there. And then we're going to take this, and this is going to go, see if I can show you how this is going to work. I'm going to take that, put that into it, and just run this right up the side here, and then shove the whole thing in so that it's sealed up. I don't know how much of this is in focus, but anyways, that's the plan for tonight, and so I'll get to work on that. I'm not going to make you watch me do this because, you know, when you're doing this kind of work and it's being recorded, sometimes you get some very colorful language, and I won't want you to have to deal with that. But anyways, that's where we are on the fuselage, and we'll get to work on that right now. And action. this is the end result. This took me a few minutes to get in there, and as you can see, everything is joined together, and you can see the glue right here. That's all contact area. Got some areas where it's not such great contact. You see this blue this green and purple. This is those are balloons that I put in there to actually put tension on the joint here to kind of hold it together a little bit. Let's take a look up the chute here and see. Hey, you can see them back in there. Yeah. So anyway, yeah, I've got it all together. Everything is lined up the way it should be. Now I just got to let it cure overnight and make sure that everything is all done in the morning and see how strong it is. I think what's going to happen is there's some areas, and this happened on the backside here. There's some areas where the glue is not really wet into. However, there's glue under it all the way around, and this is that Gorilla Glue, so it's going to foam up. And I'm pretty excited to see how well that works, but I think it's going to work pretty good. It looks like most of the glue joint is pretty seriously filled in. There's some areas that weren't quite filled in very well, and now they're starting to fill in. So the glue is already expanding into those areas. So anyway, that's about it for tonight. And ooh, look at that. See that? I'm playing Daredevil here. Yeah, I'm gonna put the stand back on the table. So we'll take a look at it in the morning and see how it comes out. Well, there it is. That is the rejoined tail to the good old Seafury. See, all fits right back on there. Yeah, it told me it was really missing that tail, so we got to work on it right away. But as you can see, I used the Gorilla Glue, and it seeped up a little bit through the seam. Pretty much got everything together, but a little bit leaked out. And the good news on this is I think this is a real good solid joint. You can see the glue stuck up against the wall, against the fiberglass. And of course it foamed. I don't know if you can see this. This is the brush that I used. It's one of those plumber's brushes where I think they use them to put acid on their joints when they're putting pipes together. And so anyways, I used that, and you can see how it foamed up really big time on it after it was done, and just sitting here after I got done putting all the glue in there. So yeah, a little bit of purple here. That is the balloons that were in there. They popped on trying to remove them, but they did their part of making sure that the sides were all pressed up against there firmly during the curing process. And see if we can see down there. Maybe I can zoom in. I don't know. Kind of working with a new camera here. And there we go. You can see those are the formers from the inside. Yeah, exciting, fascinating stuff here, I know. But anyways, so it is complete. I'm really happy with this. This is it really kind of surprised me how stiff it is. I really don't think this tail is going to come flipping off at some point. So what I've decided to do is go ahead and clean this up. You can see I've got the glue that I've got to clean up and everything. And then I'm going to roughen it up. We need some filler putty here, probably a Bondo type thing. And then I'm going to wrap it one time with I'm going to wrap it one time over the top with a really lightweight fiberglass, just basically to cover this area up, and then sand it all down. Get it all pretty to go, and I want to get it nice and smooth for when we're going to go and put the paint on it so that the paint doesn't show. The primer coat will fill too. But anyways, that's where we're at right now. I am really happy with the way this thing turned out. Fantastic. Yep. Hey, thanks for coming back to the shop again, and we'll go ahead and continue to work on this one. I just ordered a set of decals for this plane for a paint job I really like. I'll share that with you in an upcoming episode here, but for now, thanks for stopping in, and we'll see you back next time.